He's taking photos.
Now, not many people make me feel short.
Go right.
Cayla's just successfully done that. Stop with the camera right now. Now, Cayla was one of the first of what I'd call elite athletes to actually join us. And Cayla, do you want to just let everybody know a little bit about your sports story, where you're at, what you've done, what you've achieved? Because it is amazing.
Yeah, sure. So hi everyone.
Hi.
So yeah, like Bill said, my name's Cayla George. I was a Francis. I've been married for 4 years. I just turned 30 not long ago. So I know I don't look it. Yeah.
That's a great product spot.
Exactly. My mum Andrea is here as well with me today.
Hey, Mum.
So a bit of my journey. So I played basketball since I was 9. I've been professional since I was 18. I've been fortunate enough to play in Europe. I've played in France and Hungary. I've played in the WNBA in America. I've played in the WBL here. In Australia for a few teams. I've been to 2 World Cups at a senior level, won a bronze and a silver medal, and I've been to an Olympic Games.
Wow.
You could have spread it out a little bit more.
I'm also in preparation for Tokyo next year for the next Olympics. And did anyone go to the Commonwealth Games last year?
Yeah.
Did anyone go watch the basketball?
Yeah.
Sweet! Well, I won a gold medal on the coast here last year. I guess some of my successes. Yeah.
So,
right.
so much. So, and that's actually a really good point, because one of the things, when we were talking to Cayla about Marvi, one of the things she saw in Marvi was with the DNA testing and the product reports, how she could extend her career. You might like to expand on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess, like I said before, I'm 30. I've achieved some really high successes. Some extreme lows as well obviously come with that. But it all makes it worthwhile when you get to those really high successful moments. A lot of hard work as well, a lot of sweat and tears. Mum would probably be the first to tell you about them. But I guess for me, I'm always striving. It's not enough. I'm not ready to retire. I've turned 30. I've got at least another 6 or 7 high-level years left in me, and that's just high level. And then after that, I'll play some local comp maybe. Yeah. But high-level basketball. So, I think so far I've done most things to the best of my ability. I feel like I've done them right. I've been pretty successful. I've trained with a certain mentality to get to where I've been. But with this, genetically training to suit how I'm made.
Yeah.
How much more can I perform at a high level, and how much longevity do I have in this sport purely off just the DNA testing? So for me, it was a no-brainer, really, a no-brainer. And then not only athletically in my line of work, but then just longevity in life, lifestyle after, So there was, it's just no-brainer for me.
And you said something very interesting a few minutes ago, and it's not something you want to dwell on, but you said, like, being an elite sports athlete, there's highs, but there's really low lows you've got to go through. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that everybody can probably relate to that's in business, as an entrepreneur, that everyone wants to achieve. And anything. Can you expand on that a little bit? Some of the things you've actually really had to push through to be successful?
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't always make the team.
Yeah.
You get cut from teams. I've been cut in my 12-year career. I've been cut from 3 particular teams. And my biggest advice would be, don't be down for too long. Reflect and then bounce back. Bounce back as quick as you can, because you've got to keep moving forward. You can't. No one's going to feel sorry for you to stay in that moment. And for me, I wanted to achieve my dreams and my goals.
Yeah.
In my case, was to represent Australia in the Olympics or a World Cup, or So yeah, just bounce back really quick would be my best advice, and that's what I try and do myself.
You know athletes that have been cut from teams and things, didn't they just quit, right?
Well, it's tough. It hits your ego. You think you're not good enough. There's times when you want to quit yourself completely. It's like, that's crazy. You really reflect and think about how you were in that moment, because all that hard work of 20 plus years of training, and you're just going to quit because someone tries to tell you what, that you're not going to make that team, but that's not what you're worth. You know what I mean? You've got to keep going and push forward.
Yeah. Yeah, so mindset, how important is mindset to your success?
Yeah, look, I'm asked often, like, how did you get to, the successes, and what is your mindset going into everything? And for me, my whole career, and I mean, Mum can vouch for me again. Thanks, Mum, if I needed you to. But for me, it was mindset. I didn't care what anyone said around me. I was going to play. I was 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. I was going to play for Australia. I was going to the Olympics. I was going to be, a medalist at the Olympic Games, a medalist at World Cups. So I was going to play in the WNBA, and I was going to play in Europe and in Australia. That's what I was going to do, and no one could stop me. And regardless of what I had to overcome to get to those points, no one stopped me. Because my mindset was, that's what I'm going to do, because that's, not just because I'm tall and I need to play basketball, but that's my dream, right? We need point guards too, So I'm trying to be point guards too. But yeah, my mindset just never wavered from, sometimes I'll have self-doubt, but then it's the bounce back from that that's quick to keep me back on track. And still to this day, people, I've been pro for 12 years. And I'll have kids go, how do you get over lacking confidence? Well, you know what? I wasn't confident 2 weeks ago. I had to get myself out of a bit of a hole because I've been a pro for 12 years, but I was lacking confidence for a minute. But I had to quickly bounce back to play my game. Right? So, yeah.
And tell me, did you have people on the way say you couldn't do it? That you couldn't?
Not that I heard.
So success is largely dependent on who you listen to, right?
Right. Staying in that bubble. And especially in a team environment, I guess you guys have been discussing today about team environments, like, the lots of people you can connect with to be successful in this business. I feel like it's the same thing, stay in that bubble. And whoever else is outside that bubble. For me in basketball, we talk about the media and your parents or families having things to say about, if you're not getting court time or if you're not getting this shot here or whatever. And that's cool to hear all that, but don't absorb it because you've got to stay in your team bubble. Because we know the purpose in that bubble of what we're trying to achieve. We know the hard work. We're there together every step of the way. So that team bubble is so important. And it really, correlates back to what we were talking about today, that team bubble. And not worrying about the outside because that's irrelevant to what you're trying to achieve.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Seconds now. what I was going to talk about, and what I was going to talk about today is very, very simple, but not something that everybody actually gets. And it's being your own story. It's being a product of the product. And at the end of the day, one of the most important things that you can have, one of the most important things that you can do is have a story. People are sick of bullshit. People are sick of being sold. People are sick of being multi-level. People are sick of being stitched up. Everybody just wants the truth, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you know, when I stepped into this industry, my greatest fear was that my background is as a lawyer. And that doesn't mean I was good at telling the truth, by the way. When a lawyer's lips are moving. Yeah, so let's don't add. You've obviously dealt with a lawyer. Hey, God, can you represent me? Where's God? But my greatest fear was that I wouldn't be good enough because I wasn't a salesperson. I didn't have the ability to sell. Yet, in 88 days, Robin and I created freedom. A freedom that is literally unbelievable. We live on an island. We take our son to school by jet ski. It's the most amazing life. It's not the life for everybody, but I will tell you that every day is amazing. Every day is incredible. And it's a life we got to build because we got a thing called financial freedom. We're not wealthy, we don't have everything, but we have what's called a passive income that comes from building this style of business. Now, my greatest fear was that I wouldn't be good enough because I'm not a salesperson. So how do I convince people to join?
Be a product.
Right? But I learned something. People just want the truth. Okay? But here's the biggest thing. And I mean, you will have heard it, but it won't always have resonated with you. Facts tell. Stories sell. Okay? Facts tell. Stories tell. Now, I see people doing internet posts with facts. Do a DNA test. Do this. Do that. And it's just a load of crap. You're just shooting it. What does that mean to anybody? What's a DNA test mean to anybody? What's a report mean to anybody? What's showing a whole lot of markers mean to anybody? What's personalised products mean to anybody? Absolutely nothing. So here's the key to being successful, and that is being a product of the product. And that, look, here's an analogy. How many of you would go out and set up a retail store and have no product in it? And when someone comes in, you say, well, I've decided not to get the product because the product's too expensive, but I've still got a shop. Good luck with that, right? Is that mental? Yeah, in so many ways we're the same. I joined the business, but I haven't done a DNA test because it's too expensive. That $5.50 a day for the top package is just going to kill me. It's nuts, isn't it? I've dropped that much change on the ground at night and my kids scrabble it up. When you were coming in today, you had a cappuccino that costs more. Yet this one changes your life. But here's the deal. So you need to be a product of the product, which means get the product, but then have a story. Now, I didn't know what my story would be until I got my report. Okay, how does a fat guy go out and sell a diet program? I don't look like James. But I have a story. And the story is, I was still able to lose 20 kilograms. It doesn't mean I'm not fat. But I have a story and I can share that story. Does that make sense? I have another story about sleep apnea. My wife will share that story with anybody. She wanted me to live on another island. But I have a story. And how many people suffer from these things? I mean, I had a damn heart attack. And no one could tell me why I had the heart attack. Apart from my blood pressure was high in those few weeks. And I thought it was stress. It wasn't until I got a DNA test. And I understood the corrective nature. And I didn't understand it was vitamin B12. Think about that. A minor correction. Because my body, I can eat as much red meat as I want, I will never create vitamin B12. And one of the things I found in that report is toxicity comes from lack of vitamin B12 if your body can't do it. And what happens with that toxicity is your body starts fighting. What happens when your body starts fighting, by the way? Where does cancer come from? Where does disease come from? Where do all these things that make us sick come from? Because our bodies are fighting things all the time. And I found that my body doesn't produce that properly. So within a few weeks of actually having a B12, literally liquid B12, my blood pressure starts to drop. Doctors said, I can't understand it. We don't normally halve medication. Stop saying time when I only have 38 seconds. Now I learned one other thing before I wind up. And these are stories. I'm showing you stories. But a lot of you have seen me limping for quite a few months because I damaged my ACL in my right knee. And I'm pig-headed and I won't have an operation. So I decided to, you know, to go to the gym and build it up. And it was getting really, really good. Now, as I said, there are downfalls with living on an island. And a few days ago, it's just Bo and I, because Rob's mum's in Sydney, and just Bo and I, we're cooking for ourselves blokes. And there wasn't any gluten-free bread, so I made hamburgers with full gluten. Next day I couldn't move my knee because of inflammation. Now I've lived a life on that stuff. What do you think it's doing to my body every single day? Small corrections make major differences. So can you see I've got story after story after story. And in sharing those stories, every time I share a story, don't you think about who that could benefit? Don't you think about how that relates? You need to be a product of the product. And you need to have the stories. And I'd love to see you sharing those stories. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Is there a lesson in that for everybody?
Yes, there is.
Folks, thank you very much for your time. There's some really exciting stuff about to happen with a lady called Miss Carly Lever. Now, Carly, I've watched Carly for the last 5 years develop. And this lady is literally astounding. She is the social media queen of our group. She is a systems expert. As a matter of fact, seriously, these days, I wouldn't know what to do in the business if Carly wasn't there quite often. Like, I mean, she's my go-to for so many different things. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd like